times.
I literally started and broke everything. Well done, everyone. Right, so it should be this, I think. No, is it this? Maybe? No, it's not that. Roll 20, there we go. No, yes, roll 20. It needs to be the other Chrome window now. No, not that one. There we go. Running away together, running away forever, Angelo. That's what this song sounds like a bit, isn't it? You know what I mean? Do. Now we've lost an Aki.
And you're going to lose me for about 10 seconds.
Oh my god.
What have I done?
We just lost you for a second, and then he went.
Yeah, I'm here. So.
And I'm back.
Hi everybody, welcome to the show.
We might actually start at some point.
We're a little late today, we've had some issues. I was busy doing art stuff. Have you seen the amazing new background? Watch the stream, Aki, look at that beautiful background.
What's the stream?
Twitch.
Okay, that actually looks quite cool.
It looks quite cool.
He's asleep.
And we've got DJs and Dragons down the bottom and little potion bottles, but I still don't like the sizing of our box. I need to do something about it. I don't know how to do it. It's fucking Discord, man. Hi everyone. Welcome everyone to DJs and Dragons. It's Thursday night and we are back. And I'm bored of this song already, so I'll hit the button again and get a different one. We're back with the usual array of nonsense and shenanigans. Aki's going to eventually wake up. Aki, I recommend something with caffeine in it.
I have just started caffeinating myself, and I'm just looking for my dice.
There you go. You caffeinate yourself. I'm going to alcohol myself because, you know, it's Thursday. And I'm going to ready to rock and roll. I've done some rolls already. I haven't rolled a 20 yet, but I have rolled a 1 already, so that's a good start. DM, how's it going? You all set for tonight?
I am. It's been a long slog of naming every NPC I can find.
You don't know. I mean, I would just say. I'm even thinking we're just going to just head straight out. Now after you prep shopping. Yeah. So we're loud, by the way. Sorry about that. So we're here. We're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. And because we're running a little bit late, I'm going to try and kick things straight off. We've got a competition, Gaz. Do we have a competition?
I was going to say, no, probably not. I need to ask Riggs whether we can restart it or not, and I haven't restarted it. So, yes, I was thinking this one we'll probably have as just flat, and then we'll.
So what you're saying is, can you not run it just in case, or do you have to restart something or do something digitally?
We could run it, but it'd just put entries on top of the existing ones.
Yes, you haven't cleared the whole thing out. Got you.
No.
Got you. Okay, well that's sad times, but you know what? We'll deal with it. So yeah, but we've given away $100, and to be honest, I got a drink out of it.
Yeah, me too.
Do you know what I mean? Thanks, Ratbait. Who's here, of course? Hi, Ratbait. Hi, Freakbeat. Hi, Eagle. Welcome to the party. So there's no comp this evening, but what we'll do is we'll try and but maybe there won't even be any nats. By the way, I'm wearing my new Dungeons and Dragons t-shirt, which is actually called Cookies and Monsters. It is a tasty role-playing game. That's what it says. I love it so much. So yeah, Durgar Face is in town. I like it. I love that filter you've got running there. I'm just in red. So I've been basically ill for about 4 days since Monday. I've been at home. I've been at work, and then today I felt a little bit better. So I thought I'm gonna power on through. And today I got a new car.
Okay. Oh, so you did get it in, yeah.
It's
I presume
pretty.
we'll talk about that tomorrow?
We'll talk about that tomorrow. It's white.
You only got a new car like a year ago.
No, 4 years ago, my lease ran out, so I had to get a new. I had 2 weeks to get a car, and I picked one up. We'll talk all about it tomorrow. So yeah, it's white, it's pretty, and we need a name for it. And I'm going down 3 ways at the moment. We'll talk about it all tomorrow. Write it down now, guys. Naming JJ's car. Anyway, enough nonsense. Let's crack on with the important things like DJs and Dragons. New town, same old story, same old faces. We arrived in Bryn Shander. and just getting into town was difficult, as the guards thought Glamreus was a dark Durgar dwarf. We got some assistance from the local Church of the Morning Lord, praise the Morning Lord, and we eventually got in just after dark. Glam advised us that he met JD of all people whilst he was waiting for us outside, and we all headed to the tavern to meet him. Turns out he's here on business. He's on the lookout for Manshoon, who he's searching for some reason, to do with stealing a legendary pistol. I was supposed to clarify this more. Who stole a legendary pistol from JD's family, I believe. Turns out JD is called J Dark. It's original. From a wealthy family, yada yada yada. The gun is called the Void Shot. Manshoon appears to be searching for something in the Netherese ruins. Ben's gonna clarify all this in a minute. Of course, we have our own journey to make. We have to fix our friend Glamreus, especially if he's been mistaken for a Durgar. Halhonen is in the Lonely Wood, and he may be the key to healing Glamreus and his dark aura. Speaking of the same old story, we were just discussing this over a pint at the tavern, when, as I went to relieve myself, I was attacked. I eluded my assailant with my magical skills, and his henchmen approached my party with who looks like their boss, who turned around to me and asked me what my affiliation was. Okay.
Right, now your first challenge today, find the tavern.
The first thing I've got to do is find where I've actually got my roll 20. There we go. That's the first challenge, is to find in the roll 20. Do.
And I don't need to be grey at the moment because I'm in disguise. As myself, but not great.
If I'm not mistaken from my notes, thank you very much, Trace. We're in a bar. I'm actually Scottish at the moment. I've got to say, accent-wise, I don't think I've got it in me with my throat to do the Scottish. I think I'm just going to be... I'm a dwarf. I can do dwarf. It's fine. So we're in the Northlook Tavern. Scransax is the tavern keeper. He's an ex-cell sergeant, you know. And the Grick is the kobold that was told to show us to our rooms, but we're having a quick drink first. Ben, it's over to you.
Okay. So, where we last left it, as you said, you'd gone to relieve yourself and found yourself some unexpected company. Being a very quick-witted bard, you managed to quickly extricate yourself from that situation.
I mentioned the door, baby.
Regaining the initiative. So, our friend there, very nonchalantly, has gone back down to his seat, sat down, back in it, with his two goons to the left and right of him. And he is deciding to have a little talk. Right, so where did you leave it?
I left it realising that I don't have a drink yet. Back in 2 seconds.
Oh, there we go. Bam! Roll perception.
Perception, right, let's see. I can't remember if this dice is supposed to be in jail or not. Anyway. That's, oh god, that's reflecting terribly. That's an 8 plus 8 is 16. Unless it's for sight, in which case I get advantage.
It is for sight.
Okay.
What are we rolling?
In that case, it's 11 plus 8, so 19.
Right. You have noticed that in the commotion, that Scransax, the barman, seems to have disappeared from sight. Maybe he's hiding under the bar. Maybe he's gone into the back room. He's certainly had enough sense to not be there. However, you can see the yellow snout of an inquisitive kobold just looking up above the bar, eyes wide, just watching everything that's going on. You know, it's kind of got like a look of awe in his face. So, yeah, you jump there. Okay. So, I'll rather well-dressed looking man. He saunters on back to his chair, and he sits back in it, and he says, "Well, aren't you a quick one?"
Yeah, yes. Yes, I am, you know.
Not on your game tonight.
I've been a little bit out of sorts lately.
Well, accept my apologies. It happens to the best of us, you know. Well, apologies for the introduction there. I just find some of these things go a little better when people know where they stand. Let me introduce myself. I am, and DM has to zoom into this. Don't you look at that mayor with their loud voice, or maybe that tin pot guard who thinks he runs the place. I am the real power here. The name's Kazin, and I run. I was about to say Waterdeep, and I run Bryn Shander and all of Tentown. Nothing moves in or out of here without my say-so. So forgive me if I'm a little curious when a ragtag band of ne'er-do-wells passes my door.
So if you're the real power, you asked me who my affiliation was with. Like, who are you? Are you, you're obviously not the guard. I'm guessing you work for, like, the thieves or something. What was that name again? Sorry, what was your name again so I could write that down?
Khazen. Khazen.
Khazen.
Khazen. A thief? Oh, I'm not a thief. I'll have you know I'm a businessman. I have my fingers in a lot of pies all across Tentown. You know, there's a lot of honest work for people out there, and a lot of less honest work. But enough about that. You said my affiliations.
Excuse me, yes.
Show me your colours and I'll show you mine. As his eyes kind of... yeah. I don't even know what to say. His eyes kind of close a little bit as he kind of judges you. Seeing which one wants to give first.
So if I could just clarify from my own self, so I can remember, I have 2 tattoos. Well, I have a few tattoos. I'm aiming for more, but I have one tattoo which is a from the
You have one from the Zentarim.
Zentarim.
Right, you should know who they are, and you have one from Xanathar.
That was the one I couldn't remember. So Xanathar is the one that's on my hand that does the ability. Is that correct?
They both have abilities. One is on your back, Xanathar's is on your hand. Everyone else, I believe, except for JD, has a Xanathar tattoo.
On my...
I don't, because I was his stone at the time.
It's just me and Akbar.
Stabby does, but not me.
Yeah, so Xanathar is Xanathar Guild is based underneath Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Zentarim, like the Harpers, are a very wide organisation.
So I will, I'll say, I've got many affiliations through my time, but the main one is this, and I will show my back.
Okay, so you kind of turn around, you unhitch your shirt, and yeah, as you turn around, you can see one of the guards there giving a little nod of approval. Right. So Carson sits there for a second, pondering. He says, well, I see you're a member of the family. A card-carrying Zentarim.
The right choice.
As he rolls up his sleeve to show his colours loud and proud as well.
Nice.
Is that the right one?
That was nice. The thing is, I know that they're more spread, so I thought there was a good chance.
Now, don't let that fool you, though. I don't know you from Adam. Now, you say you're Zentarim, and I've met many of them in my time. But I don't trust you yet. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you tell me what your business is in my ear fiefdom?
We're here on business. It's not really business. It's more personal business. If you look at our friend over there, he's got a bit of an illness. He's looking quite good today, but occasionally he could look quite peaked. And
so I'll drop Cloak of Disguise and go back to my regular appearance.
As you can see, now he's been mistaken for a Durgar up in these parts, but he's no. He's a regular dwarf, but if he is to be infected, and we've come up here looking for someone that can help with that infection, and we believe that we've discovered him in the Lonely Wood.
Infection, you say? Nothing contagious, is it?
It's more of a darkness.
Oh,
Only to druids.
the darkness, you say? Well, can work with that. Well, if it's personal business you're here for, then you have nothing to worry about from us. But mark my words, if you intend to ply your trade in any of 10 towns, the Zentarum gets its cut.
Of course, I wouldn't dream. To be honest, we may need work whilst we're up here, so if you've got any work that you want to put to 4 or 5, depending if you can turn up, 3 or 4 able-bodied people.
So he kind of looks left, kind of looks right, and he sees the little bartender, looking over, wide-eyed, ears perked up, and he kind of says, "Well, there's work aplenty, and I might have a job for you, but not here. Too many eyes and ears, if you know what I mean." And he pulls out of his pocket a card. She slides onto the table, and he says, "If you're really interested in plying the trade of the Zentarum, come meet me tomorrow before you leave, and we'll have a chat, shall we?" Right, Foe, Puff, I think it's time to leave. And with that, him and, unless you want to say anything else, him and his 2 little thugs prepare themselves to walk off into the night.
Just before you go, I mean, this obviously is quite a nice establishment that we found ourselves in, but we were just wondering if you could give us any tips on, anywhere else we could maybe find a drink or a game, maybe a bit of gambling or something in town.
I need to create their actual house, and I have got a gambling ring as well. Right, yeah, they do gambling there. So they do in their establishment, they have gambling. Right, what else were you asking for? Where to get a drink? There is a tavern just north of here, which I believe is the one they suggested that you could stay at, the one that's actually got beds. And unfortunately there's not a lot to do. It's a small town, it's dark, and everyone is very stoic and hungry.
So you say that you have your own place with that gambling?
Yeah, we got a small establishment that may be able to shoehorn in a break if you give me 5 minutes.
That's fine. It's good to know. It's always good to know that there's like a guild house. We've got our own one in Waterdeep. I miss it.
What did you say? Davril's still there?
Oh, indeed. In fact, the last time I saw Davril was in the Yawning Portal. We were having a few drinks.
Oh, you want to put all that brings me back? That Durham. You know how many bar brawls we had in there? Oh, me and Davril. But we're not here to talk history. So, as I say, you want a job, you come see me where less ears and eyes around, and we'll have a chat, you and me.
Sounds good. Cheers.
Yeah, man. Anything else before he leaves?
I think that was it, really. Just lay of the land.
Yeah, so we do have a Zentarum hideout that I can just drop in. It does have gambling involved. Yeah. But other than that...
Who doesn't love a bit of gamble? I've learnt a new D&D gambling game that I'm looking forward to sharing with my guys on Sunday at some point. Not now, because they're in the middle of fucking nowhere, but, they go to a town at some point.
Duh.
I was going to say, we're heading to a cave, I think, or something at the moment.
If we can ever get a session. Oh my god. Sickness, man. Right, so yes. How you feeling, Aki? You a bit more weight now? You excited?
I'm awake.
Yeah, come on, baby.
Not excited.
Do it. We believe in you. Have you had a haircut?
No, I've had my ears lowered.
I can tell it looks good. You're looking sharp.
Okay. As you turn around, the barman, Scramshax, I think his name was.
Scransax.
Scransax, where is he?
It's what I used to get my Scottish accent. Scransax. It's a really good Scottish word. Hey, Scransax, can we get another round of drinks over here?
Yeah, so
The dragon's pain.
Yeah, so he looks at little Grix there. What did you actually want to drink? So Grix will go, what do you want to drink? What drink? Do you want ale? We'll have ale.
Do you want? Do you have any wine?
Fine.
He's gonna go. Well, we don't have a lot of wine in. As you might appreciate, supplies aren't exactly plentiful. We got two things. We got ale, right? It comes from secret supply, and we've got what we call a northern kind of spirit. It's small and it's strong, but it puts airs on your chest.
I mean, I'll have one of those. What are you two guys? What are you three guys having?
When in 10 towns.
Strong one for my Durga friend.
Oh, how the Durga get in here?
It's a running joke. Don't worry. And what about you, Toxeros?
A
I'm
recast.
still feeling a little woozy from my last drink, so maybe I'll just stick to a little ale.
Okay, one ale. And JD, what are you drinking?
Oh, JD's gonna be like, ha! I'll have a double.
I mean, and then we can knock him out from the alcohol, and then we can just carry on without him for like a session. That'd be fine.
I was thinking more, he just gets really excited and lets off a few bullets in the air. But...
or he could have just when things started, when the guy started talking, he suddenly disappeared and then reappeared in like 2 seconds. Right. So
Grix kind of runs, disappears behind the bar, comes out, and he drops 4 very small little, almost shot-sized little port glasses on the 4. Yeah, 4. 2 for JD, 2 for you. 4 port glasses on the table, small ones, and he comes out with a pair of gloves on, little fire tongs, and a bolt on the end of it, and he turns it ever so gingerly, and he puts a few drops into each one, ever so carefully, and then he goes back and he comes back. Gloves and everything put down, and he puts his hand out and he says, 20 silver, please.
Sorry, did you say 20 silver? Yeah, that's the Dragonborn buys the drinks.
I'll tell you what. If you beat me in a quick game, how about you give him for 10 silver?
Grix of time.
What gambling games have you got, Grix?
Oh, I think you have to say the gambling games if you're going to do
That was the other place. I mean, this wasn't the gambling place.
Oh, I know. How about
I've got a
both
gambling
roll
game.
for it? Go on, then what you got?
Well, I mean, I'm well established. I know a few games. There's the Stormlord. If you want to play the Stormlord, all you have to do is I'll we'll supply like the gambling dice set that I believe I have with my character, and I'll say, so what you need to do. So each of you needs to roll a D8 secretly.
Oh, we can do this.
Now, normally you would have betting after each round. But we'll just say right now that we'll do the whole thing for a round as a quick little lesson for you. And Greg, you can teach other people this game. It's very good. So roll a D8. So roll a D8 secretly. Don't show it to the camera, Aki.
Yeah, so Grix is going to get his dice. He's going to put his arm around there and he's going to roll it and look at it and go, what do now? What do?
And then roll a D6 publicly.
Okay, so
And what happens is in a minute you're going to roll a d. So what you would normally do after the d8 is you would bet. Then after the d6 you would bet, and then you would roll a d4 and bet. Now after the d4 is revealed, the game is sort of over. Except at any point, if you have any doubles, you can roll another d4. If you have a double, you roll another d4. So whereas getting an 8 and then a 6 would be great, getting a 4 on the first dice and like a 3 on a second dice means you've got an extra chance on that d4 of spiraling off and just keep getting doubles. It's quite exciting. Right, I've rolled, and I'm rolling my public one. So I've got that publicly. So then what you would normally do is you would bet. You see, so what did you get there, Toxieros, with your sex?
I got a 5.
So 5's pretty good. Pretty good. How about you? So what did you get, Greg?
okay, so Greg's going to look at his dice. The d6.
Yeah, what's your d6?
Greg got flew.
So a 3. So I tell you what, like right now, yeah, you're playing for 10 silver. Yeah. How about I sweeten the pot and we'll say that we'll go for a free round of drinks, or we'll pay double for the drinks.
So Greg's going to sit there for a second. He's going to go, Greg won't play a game. So Greg wants to play. So this is the practice round, is it, or is this a real one?
No, this
Greg's
is the
not
real.
very intelligent.
This is the real one. Oh God, poor Greg. So now, so we're basically going to go a free round of drinks, or we're going to pay double for the drinks. You now roll the d4 publicly. Oh man. Okay. What did you get with your 4, Aki?
I got obviously a 5 and a 4 that you can see.
So you got a 5 and a 4 plus your d8. I've got a 4 and a 1 plus my d8. And what did Grit get with his 4?
So he's got a 3 and a 2. 2
He
with
has
his d4.
2 different numbers plus his 8. Also, so we're on the
How
20.
does the double work with your hidden roll?
It all works. So now you reveal at this point. So you would now reveal. So I would sometimes think of doing a sleight of hand at this point, but we're not going to. So I've got a 3, 4, and a 1. So I'm shy. I've got 8. What was that? I can't see. It's too far away from my. So you got 6, a 5, and a 4. So you got 15.
Woof. And Greg's got a 3, and a 2. So he's got.
So he gets to roll another d4. He's currently on 8, but can roll a d4. If it's a 3 or a 2, you can roll another d4. If it's a 3 or 2, you can roll another d4. Oh, and you see how it could spiral. You could end up actually getting a huge amount from low numbers. I go, oh, do you know what? That's a shame. Good work there, Toxieros. I said, do you know what? That was I enjoyed that game so much. How about this? I'll still give you 10 silver for the drinks, and I'll still give him 10 silver.
So Greg goes, "Yo!" And he thinks he's won.
Exactly.
And he's just going to wander back. So he's, he wanders back to the bar and starts, washing glasses, playing around. He's whistling to himself. He looks very happy. Doesn't realise he lost money.
Well, I mean, to be fair, didn't lose his money.
Yeah. Okay, so you've still given him 10 silver for the drinks. Are you going to drink them?
Yes, for sure. Before I do that, it won't let me take 10 silver because of that. So 10 silver's 1 gold, right?
It is.
Yeah, there we go. Let's remove that. Cool.
Right, Aki.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's just drinking an ale, and me and Gaz are drinking the strong stuff.
And
JD's drinking 2 strong stuffs.
JD's going to prove a point. He's just going to grab this. He's going to go, oh, I've missed this. And, everyone roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Is this against being poisoned?
Does alcoholism count as poison? Probably.
In that case, I get advantage, because I'm a dwarf.
14.
So JD's got plus... Ooh, 2, so he gets... Yeah, that is
15.
14.
Okay, yeah. You're feeling, after that, you can sort of feel your legs start to go, right? You're still in control of yourself, but yeah, everything's feeling a bit good. Feeling loose.
What did James get?
Feel a little buzzed. He got 14, but he then drinks the second one.
That's surely disadvantage.
Aki.
Aki, roll for James.
All right. Am I rolling 2d20s or just one?
Just one.
Oh.
He's not a dwarf.
Uh-oh.
Well, I was going to say, effectively, it is, because he's rolled each shot, so yeah.
Okay. A little time goes on, you know. You guys are talking,
he's got a
reliving.
+5 cons.
Yeah, you're talking, you're talking about what happened, your journeys up here, the crash, all of this. But by the end of it, JD's like, you guys are just my best friends. I love you. Start to get the impression that he really ought to go to bed. He's like my missus before we had to get her attacked.
She's like your missus pretty much every time we see her, which has been twice so far. But
in fairness, one was a wedding and one was a party. So
yeah, well,
Yeah.
yes.
And she wasn't even at the party.
She was invited to the party, you just turned up hammered, and that's the way it should be.
well, that's the way you know she wasn't stealing drinks.
Right, guys. So I'll say, okay. Well, let's make our way across to the. So Greg, you said that the other tavern, which I believe you called the Northlook Tavern. No, this is the Northlook Tavern. What was the name of the inn?
It's called Old Bitey.
Old Bitey. That's not worrying at all.
Yeah. So he says, yeah. It's called Old Bitey. It's fun. It's got a fish. It's fish. It sings. It's enchanted berries. It's so fun. It's so fun. Like fish. Drink like fish. Drink fun.
Oh, that's okay. So we'll make our way over to Old Bitey.
Okay, so we're gonna grab you and move you all together north. Right. So for brevity, I'm going to get you up here. Let me see.
Jax appears to stay behind.
Let me just turn the dynamic lighting off for a second.
I'm just thinking to myself. Am I in the am I still logged in as a... No, I did rejoin, yeah.
No, he's just not dragged your character, I think.
Has he not moved us yet either?
I have.
It's all on the same map. He's moved
I
our
see.
tokens, he didn't move your token for some
I can see
reason.
why.
I'm working on stuff.
Oh, okay.
So whereabouts am I going north?
Yeah, where the rest of us are.
I can't see that, can I?
If you zoom out enough, you should be able to. We're the opposite side of the square.
Oh, yeah.
Up and right a bit.
Have you just moved my character?
I have.
Oh, good. I was just doing that. I had let go for a second to zoom.
Well, I'll tell you what, let me just reveal areas, yada yada. And to skip some exposition, we're going to chuck you guys in a bedroom. Right. Toxie would obviously get the room on his own.
Well, yeah, we was going to talk about that on the thing, so we were going to, yeah, so it's like, so if you got, how many rooms have you got, Barkeep?
Yeah, so he'll explain that he's got 3 rooms. He's got 2 double rooms, so 2 rooms with double beds and 1 with twin.
So I will, we'll take all 3 rooms if they're available.
They are available. Right, so there's not a lot of visitors in Bridgehander at the moment. Also, not a lot of taverns.
How much? How much for the room for the night?
The rooms would be yes, it would be about 5 silver for a double for one night, so 5 silver each, and for the twin it would be 3 silver.
If we was to give you 5 gold, how long could we keep the rooms?
5 gold.
For 3 rooms.
You could keep them for a 10-day.
Yeah, 5 gold. 5 gold. Toxidus would like to pay that out of the party funds. Just give the man 5 gold.
I'll be knocking it off as you go.
Check that the beds are decent.
Your beard's
Well, I like to think
decent.
there's some old fishwife of a woman behind the bar going, decent, decent. I'll have you know there's no finer bed in all of Brinchanta.
I've
technically
heard you've
correct,
got a
because this is
singing
probably the only
fish.
one.
A singing fish here or something.
Oh, Bitey. Oh, yeah, just, and she just, motions to the wall. Says, just go and have a look at him and you'll see what I mean. So who wants to go have a look at old Bitey?
I'm going to look at old Bitey.
I wonder if they've definitely got a handout for this.
I'm slightly scared.
Oh, come on, don't tell me they've not got the handout. Oh, there he is. So there you go. So you see stuffed and mounted on a plaque above the hearth in the common room, a battle-scarred knucklehead trout named Old Bitey, who pulled many a fisherman into the icy depths of Meradurdon. Yeah, before it was finally caught by a human rogue named Kintaya, and her companion, a human druid who called himself Maverick. By the way, this is all being explained to you by the barkeep.
By the barman, yeah.
Yeah. So, they hauled old Bitey to... Sorry, one sec. Oh, they hauled old Bitey to the North Look in the hope of having it cooked for them. But, Sam Scrax, he brought it up here and he had it stuffed and said. Years later, right, some prankster wizard, right, you know the type, he cast a bit of an X on it or something. And so now when you come in within 5 feet of it, and there's Aki kind of getting within about 5 feet there, and the thing suddenly turns and looks at him, and it starts singing. It starts saying, "Oh, there's a place I like to go, farther up the river's flow. Where it is, I don't know. Must be under all the snow." And it kind of stops.
Oh my god. Can I investigate? It looks really interesting.
Yes.
So as he investigates and moves closer and it starts singing again, I'm just going to pull out the old guitar and start saying, "Oh, there's a place we'd like to go." And start a little sing-song with it.
Ah, the river's flow.
Amazing.
Right, roll investigation.
15.
Okay.
You did that without rolling
You
a dice.
see a glint. So as you get closer again and it turns towards you and it starts singing, its mouth agaping, you see a glint inside of it. A metallic glint. Roll me perception.
Ooh, nice.
That's an 18 plus 2. That's 20. Dirty 20.
You see something in its gullet that looks distinctly like a ring of some sort.
Hello. Can I get it out without anybody noticing?
You can certainly try.
If you wanted some assist, I mean, obviously, I'm already playing my song. If you give me the nod,
I'm going to turn round to the captain and go, "Give us a hand."
Oi! What you doing, old Bitey?
so we're just having a sing along. Here's the place. That's why I go close to him again. He starts singing again, and I'll start coming away and playing my thing. And I'm now going to go around the two. How many people are in it? Just the two owners.
I haven't really populated this, so imagine there's a few people floating around.
So I'm gonna, as there's a few people floating around, I'll just be walking between them, trying to get their attention, to try and pull their attention away from Aki. Toxiros.
Okay.
Okay, so roll me a performance. Let's see how
Now
distracting you're gonna be.
that I can do. That's one thing that I can do well, unless I suck. Well, let's find out. It's just a plus 12, guys. It's just a plus 12. So
I tell you what, if you want to sing the lyrics out loud, then I will give you inspiration.
Excellent. So what are the lyrics? I put them on the screen.
I've copied them. They're on Roll20.
They're in Roll20. That's more windows. Oh my goodness. That's not Roll20. That's Discord. Where the fuck? Oh wait, I just have to do that then. There we go. They're not on Roll20 for me. Oh yeah, there's a place I'd like to go. Farther up the river's flow. Where it is, I don't know. Must be under all that snow. Come on, everybody! So an inspiration is what? A D8?
Yeah, so you literally, the whole bar is just up in arms going, up the river. So they're just singing it with you.
So 25.
25.
I've got more tables. I'm on a table now. I'm on the bar. I'm on the bar like
literally
this.
on a table, just dancing up. Your feet are going, the banging. Everyone's just starting mugs up. You are one hell of a distraction. Give me some sleight of hand over there, Mr. Monkman.
With advantage?
Do I get advantage?
He gets normal sleight of hand.
Okay. Damn it. I thought we'd done enough.
Fuck it. I've got a 7 plus 4. That's 11.
Okay.
I thought that was a 1.
So 11's not bad. There's a big distraction going on. The DC could be quite low. I don't know.
Do I get your inspiration as well?
No.
The DC is indeed quite low. It says the ring can be retrieved without surgery. Yeah, it says it's not stuck. So yeah, you can get it out.
Okay.
So that's not a problem.
I'm going to whip the ring out.
Now, it's in the book. It's technically not a magic ring, but I'm gonna let you roll for this of D100, and let's see whether we make it a magic ring.
A D100, you say?
A D100.
Holy shit!
Is that a 99?
That's a 99.
Enough.
Okay, no.
Holy fuck!
It's either
Right,
really good or
there-
really bad.
Right, so I've got a whole page of these. So let's see if we can find something worthy of a 99.
It's a
It's
ring.
the one ring to rule them all.
It's a ring of naked. You look naked whenever you wear
The
it.
only number that'd be better than that, other than 100, is a 69.
Wouldn't it be funny if I just said you found a ring of warmth?
Yeah, no, we've already got one of those. He's already wearing one of those.
Okay. I'm just looking at Sarge's ring of the Jin. It's like, that is too overpowered. Okay.
I still think Ring of Power, and when he puts it on, turns invisible, but he also turns chaotic neutral.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Only while you've got it on. As soon as you take it off, you're alright again. But it's
Okay. Okay.
I've already got a crystal that's my precious.
Right. You have got a ring of resistance. Roll me a d10.
Okay. That would be a 6.
Right. The ring has a jet gem in it, and you are now resistant to necrotic damage while wearing the ring.
Is it what's it called? Bindable.
It's called a ring of
Tunable.
resistance.
Is it attunable?
It is, but we're not going to say this is attunable.
Okay, good. Because it's not a great item if it's attunable, but if it's not attunable, that's quite a cool item. So you're resistant to necrotic damage. Whack that ring on your finger. Ring of resistance, necrotic.
Well, it's just a little bit of extra resistance. You get resistance from cold, resistance from fire, now resistance from necrotic.
You are like Mr. Resistance.
Actually, I think he is resistant from fire and cold, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got the Ring of Warmth, and he's
I'm
automatically.
a Dragonborn.
Yeah. So we'll sit down, take so have you got any wine in here?
So JD's like, yeah, guys, let's have more wine.
I'm gonna say, Glamorous, did you want to go and put him in one of the double rooms?
How do I convince him to go? He's probably going to fall over soon.
I want to sing. I want to see the Bardman sing again. do the one about the river's flow.
Let's go have a nightcap from my jug of, what is it called?
It's an alchemy jar.
Yeah, but I think I can choose that it
You can
just
choose
gives
standard
water.
Or water.
I was thinking, can I just choose water?
You can, but that's your use for the day. It can only produce water.
Yes.
It's the end of the day.
It's the end of the day, and we need to put him to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going to come with you, and he's just going to be going, I thought it was real harsh what happened to you. I mean, I thought you were dead. I would come got you. We came and got you. As you kind of like walk off with him. As he's kind of just rambling nonsense.
So I'll say to the barman, do you have any wine in here? Because my friend really likes wine.
I really.
I'm afraid not. We ain't. It's been a bit of a long winter, you know, and there's not a lot of grapes here. Trade in the south has been terrible. There's a few enterprising people with You ever heard of an alchemy jar? They produce the ale, but they can't produce a lot more. So it's a bit scarce, you know, alcohol in these parts.
Do you have any potatoes in this parts?
Potatoes. They've got a lot of stew. What they tend to have is soups and stews made from wild animals, and don't ask which animals. You know, the less questions, the better.
Owlbear stew.
Do they have any root vegetables or anything like that growing up here?
Not a lot has been growing since the forever winter crept in.
Bugger, because I'd show him how to make potato wine or something.
That takes time.
We'll have to get... Do you know what we'll do tomorrow is we'll get our friend to get some good berries, and then we can give them to them, and we can maybe make some goodberry wine.
Oh, can you imagine that?
That would be and that will be healing as well. Oh my god, we're gonna make some goodberry wine. That's gonna happen. How do I?
If only they lasted more than 24 hours.
No, but I'm sure we can do something with magic. I'm gonna put goodberry wine ? In my notes. Goodberry wine ? All right. So, Toxidus, I'll let you take the master bedroom, the big two. Don't go in that room, Glam. That's not his room. That's clearly. Although, which room would you like, Toxie?
Well, I was taking JD into one, and I figured the one without a door, just so he doesn't wander off, and
Makes
I'd
sense.
leave Toxie the one with the door or window or whatever.
Obviously,
it is.
mine will be one with the nicest bed. I mean, there's no real questions there, is there?
Yeah. So you're gonna we're gonna have a quick nightcap, and then we will sort ourselves out with beds and things,
Okay.
and then call it a day.
Have some short rests. Well, full rests.
Come on, Glam.
Get any spell slots back. Get any hits.
We're hitting long rest, doing.
So yeah,
yes.
after I put JD to sleep, I'll come and sleep in the single bed. I don't want to be sleeping with the drunk snoring bloke.
Unlucky.
So I was going to say, except I'm a dwarf, so I'm going to be anyway. So
I'm also a dwarf now, you see.
yeah. Right. So long rest. Not that I think I've used anything up anyway.
Done.
And I'm also going to quickly swipe out a spell or two that I've written down.
Okay. Right, he's doing that. Anyone want to achieve anything overnight?
Can I have a little search around the room to see if there's anything in here that's been left behind, or anything that I should know about, little secret passages or anything like that?
You can certainly try.
Good thinking.
Cool. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Roll investigation.
12 plus 4, 16.
You find a crusty sock. That's about it.
Crusty sock.
I very carefully put the crusty sock back where I found it, and then wash myself out in the basin.
Scrubbing away the dirty, crusty sock remnants.
Okay. So night passes.
I have one thing I want to do
Oh, okay.
before I rest and don't have any spell slots left. I'm going to send... I actually have a couple of spell slots of the right level, so I'm going to send a message.
2.
I'm going to cast sending, and I'm just trying to find the person's name, and I can't find it in my notes. So I'm going to send a message to Freela, who is the druid who told us to stay out of the wilderness.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say, hi, Jax here. Sorry for the way we met. I know you think we're evil, but we're not. I hope you will let us help our friend.
Okay. So they can reply with up to 25 words.
Correct. Fuck off.
No, they'll just go. Your friend has done enough. Stay out of the wilderness. Wink.
I was hoping to get the first message by enough of words, so I will send. So I won't be able to send the second message I wanted to someone else, but I will reply. I'll send one more message, and I'll say, "We need to go to the Lonely Wood. Is it okay if we go there? We may need to travel through wilderness to get there." And
Right.
to get there was one word. To get there.
So I think you're not too bad, to be honest.
I was just checking.
Yeah. So most of it is by road.
Okay.
So they'll say something along the lines
I also
of.
didn't know if the Lonely Wood was in itself a. Where the fuck am I going? I've got to zoom out.
Yeah. So they're gonna go. Stick to the road, friend of Barrelman. The Lonely Wood is domain. Is over.
Okay.
Face friend or foe. He will decide your fate.
Okay.
So the other thing I'm going to do before going to sleep is if Jax mentions about making the Goodberry wine, because Goodberry was one of the spells I am swapping out. So before I go to bed, I'm going to use however many spell slots I've got left, because I can go cast it or whatever. About 7 casts of it. So we've got about 70 Goodberries.
You know I'm the winemaker here, don't you?
Yes, I think.
I'm just crazy.
Misery. God damn it.
During breakfast, we'll come to that tomorrow. So yeah, you've made the grapes. You've swapped your spells out. I've messaged her. I waited until you were asleep for that. I actually did it in my head. I don't know how it works with spells. I think you can sort of. There is a vocal component, but I don't think you have to speak out loud. So I sent the messages. So yeah, I don't really need notes for that, but I will put that I always lose people. Where the fuck is Freyla gone? Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so Glamreus is asleep in a room full of gooseberries. Looks like Goodberries.
By the way, we have to message Freyla every day just so that each week on the show we can hear that accent.
You sons of bitches. Right. Okay, so a new day starts. You wake up in the inn. There's a few people in there. Again, just in there eating, breaking their fast. There's not exactly an impressive fare of food about. Most seems to be very meager, very basic. And to be honest, you would be surprised, or you wouldn't be surprised if there was a soup stone involved in some of what's being made. Because it smells nice, but there's not really a lot to it. It's very, very brothy kind of soups.
So I'm going to look over at JD. I'll be like, how's your head this morning?
How's your head this morning, Jax? Oh,
My head's just fine. Would you like some more of that lovely soup?
soup. I'll have rations instead. I bought plenty, because I plan ahead.
When Aki comes out, when you boys going to come sit at the table or what? Come on, I'm sitting there on my own, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'll say, we did make some... That's funny. We did make some Goodberries last night, Talk Zeros. Now, I know that they're only around for like 24 hours. Do you think you could do some kind of mash with it that we could then maybe turn into like a Goodberry juice that hopefully the DM will let me cast a spell on later and maybe turn into my... Do I have anything?
As you're kind of talking about this, right, one of the patrons overhears you and says, how many Goodberries do you have? And he just looks at this pile in front of Glam, and he's just like, "You say you're going to mash them? You could feed up to half of Bryn Shander with all of that.
I mean, we could also feed them with it if we turned it into wine. We could turn it into this learning lesson. If we could find some fish in the lake, we could have some fish, we could have some wine, and we could feed the whole village.
I've heard crazier plans, but sounds like a waste of good breeze to me. You could probably sell those to starving families and make a fortune.
I mean, they'd still do the same job as wine, I think. That was the plan. I mean, I'm not one to, throw them away. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we're happy to give them charitably to people. You're making me feel bad now. I was hoping like to just cast fairy fire on them or something and make them into wine.
Well, anyway, you can try.
So yeah, I thought I had the thing. I always forget I don't have the thing with this character. I don't have prestidigitation. I thought I did. But prestidigitation is that I thought it might be able to give it some kind of spark to I don't know. I was just...
Right, so realistically...
No, Jax has prestidigitation.
Oh no, I do, that's right. Could I prestidigitate to create a harmless sensory if that was no good? Snuff, clean soil, chill or warm, make a small mark. It's the other one, isn't it, that can do something? This isn't the one, yeah. Is there any way we could turn this into wine, DM?
Well, I have the ability
you actually brewed beer with me, and you should know that it takes about, 2 weeks.
We'd have to just stay in this, but they'd all go in like 12 hours, so...
You could certainly go to the alchemist shop and see what you could do.
Oh, alchemist supplies.
Yeah. If I wander off to the apothecary or alchemist, whichever.
You could, certainly.
So if we plan the day, we'll go. So we need to go
around making wine.
We need to go to the apothecary.
You have a bit of a conversation. With the the proprietor, who kind of explains, if I can actually just bring up a list. Where is the list when you need it? Who kind of explains, well, you've got you got the black iron blades. That's where you get all your supplies and things, your horseshoes, your weapons, your backpacks and stuff. And you've got, and what the bleeding hell is that guy's name? You write all of this down and you forget it 5 minutes later. Right.
I know, it's terrible.
It is. Or you go to Benny's alchemy shop. He's got some magical supplies and he's got some alchemy, and I mean, believe me, half of that stuff you won't be able to afford, but you can try. And that's about it really. I know we're just a simple folk. You go down the granary maybe, but most people they buy in the market if they need food, or they fish or they hunt. So it's a small city, It's not huge.
Sounds great. No, thanks for your assistance. So as we sit around the table eating our morning soup, porridge. I'm having porridge, by the way, if they've got porridge. If not,
what they've got, and you do ask them, how are they finding this food? It's dark all the time. There's nothing growing, right? How are they getting this? And she does explain that she's got a cauldron in the back and a soup stone. Right, and that makes enough for 20 portions of warm, hearty soup each day, which she serves to her patrons.
Sounds like, if you'd have said we came over on an air, we could have brought some grain. You could have at least had porridge. But yeah, so we have 4 soups. How much is 4 soups?
They're technically
or does that
free
come
for
with the room?
them.
Excellent. So super duper.
They're 1 copper each. It's a very poor kind of watery soup. It's the sort of thing that you would hand out in a kitchen to the poor.
I'm going to sit at the table and I'll say, so guys, if we're going to do... we need to get
by the way, Toxiros's quality of life is offended.
I'm going to say to the guys, I'm going to say, right, so we need to look around for supplies. We need to see if we can get any information on the Lonely Wood. And I believe we also needed to figure out... So just to clarify with JD not here, JD wanted us to do what?
Right, I have this floating around somewhere.
And I would say, mainly as he's not here, and we don't have that much longer, but we have an hour, I would say, look, I'm happy to help you with your thing, and I know there's a time limit on it, but he's not getting any pinker. I think we need to get to the Lonely Wood, deal with,
I'll just say the time limit on JD's thing is roughly the same as the time limit on whatchamacallit's thing, the Frost Maiden's thing. It's probably important, but it's probably not going to.
And that's what I'm saying. I'll say, look, I think there's a time limit on it, but I understand you want to get it done because he was sounding urgent. I was like, I'm just not going to get it done.
And he continues to sound urgent.
Yeah.
Jax, I don't think you understand. They took the blueprints. Manchun is going to turn it into some kind of weapon. I'm actually going to bring this up because I've got his goddamn backstory floating around.
So I'll be like, so I understand that, but we have to fix our friend first. You were saying that, to be honest, last night after you had a couple of those drinks, you were like, you were cuddling with Glamreus, and you were like, Glamreus, I'm really sorry for everything that happened to you, and I really wanted to help your rescue, and I'm sorry I couldn't be there when you got rescued, and I really want to help you this time. So I think, your drunken self really wanted you to help Glamreus first. I think that's the priority.
He gives you a stoic look, a little bit embarrassed because he may have said a little too much about his feelings, but he'll never admit it. He's too proud. But just to go back into his plea to you, because he was quite insistent, he explained that he hailed from Luskan. That's where he's originally from, and he was from he had a smithery called the Dark Forge. It was a beacon of progress in the realms of firearms and innovations. And they managed to create this... what was it? They did manage to create a weapon. You had it written down.
Void Shot. The Void Shot. Legendary firearm.
Well, the plans for that, and those were stolen by Manchun. And, on the trail of Manchun, he firmly believes that he is doing something with the Netherese ruins to somehow enhance these plans and turn it into an even more diabolical weapon for God knows what purpose. Is the gist of it.
And I get what you're saying, but I think right now Glamreus is tarnished. Great Scottish word. If we could fix him, he'll be even stronger and better and faster. Do you know what? I got a song. Just hearing stronger, better, faster, moving, down. I think I've got a song brewing. You know what I mean? It's a bit daft, but it's a little bit punky, but I think it can work.
So, JD's going to be his usual grumpy self. Is going to be, Jax, if that's what you want to do, you want to pursue Glamreus, well, of course I'll join you, but if Manchun takes over the realm on your watch, be it on your head.
I will take that one. Yeah. No problem. And as long as, you admit that it's probably your fault he's here because you didn't capture him in the first place, I'm just saying.
Okay, he's going to scowl at you.
his cloak just stops billowing and he scowls. Anyway, let's move on. So let's get some supplies. Let's make sure we've got everything we need to go to the Lonely Wood, see what's around in this town, and then we'll go. Do you want to go to the alchemy shop first? Talk to us, see if we can get this Goodberry wine on the go.
Yeah, I'd love to.
And if we can't, I think we do what that other guy said, and we maybe donate the Goodberries to something where they can eat, like a food shelter or something. Let's go.
Right. Okay. So.
Alchemist shop.
So we're going to change layers now. Boom.
How about that? By the way, well done. We're actually perfectly in the shop.
Okay. Right, so
JD shrunk, but apart from that,
that's because I beat him down. See what I mean? I won the war of the words, and it's like
that's how he's feeling.
God damn you, JJ!
Wait, what's going on there? That is not how it shows on my screen. Oh god. Let's put him back in again.
No, leave him there. My little
while
pet.
JD tries to resurrect himself to the same size. Slight improvement. Right. Okay. So you come into this alchemy shop, right? You've obviously wandered through Bryn Shander. There's not a lot of shops in there. There's a market square where people are hawking their wares, food and the like. And you come across an unassuming shop. From the outside, it looks, there's no real advertising. You were told that this was the shop. It doesn't really look like it. But as you come in, you can see a counter. You can see what looks like potions and items floating around, and you can see facing away from you what looks like a halfling sitting deep in a chair that outsizes him by a fair bit, warming himself by the fire. Doesn't really seem to notice you come in straight away.
Good day to you, fine sir.
As you say that, the halfling kind of turns around, kind of sees you, and he smiles and he beams. He's like, "Oh, customers! Oh, how can I help?" As he kind of hobbles over. So again, he comes to the what do you call it? The counter, which is unsurprisingly built to his height, and comes up just to about your waist. So he's there. So, how can I help him? My name is what's it? Is B. God damn it! So many fucking names. Oh, there we go. Why is he named that? And okay. His name is actually Kelmin. There you go.
My name is Kelvin Briskdusk, and this is my alchemy and magic store. You'll be amazed at the wonders that I have here.
So I would say the fun thing at this, what we do after the show, which no one else gets to see other than us, is we all get to compare our notes and how we spelled the names to how he has them, and sometimes way off. I went for Kelmin, which I've gone for Kelmin, Bishdusk, which is Bishdus, Dusk. Is that close?
Briskdusk.
You know what I've
Briskdusk.
got? Kelvin Brisk Dust.
Oh yeah, not bad. You were close. Yeah, not bad. Okay, let's carry on. Sorry, you were saying. Sorry, I do apologise for jumping on the gun there.
So I'm just fixing this guy's name.
Yes, welcome to my emporium of trinkets and curios. I take it you're connoisseurs of the magical arts.
I certainly am, and I go, and I just prestidigitate some sparks in my hand.
Oh, very good. But perhaps
Can
you
I
could
create a
step back,
bonfire in the corner of the shop?
Is that a thing that's actually happening?
Definitely. And if it catches anything
Only a
on
little
fire,
one.
I will put it out with prestidigitation. I just don't throw water on it.
It's only a little one, and I put it out again, but yeah.
I can imagine him going, what's going on?
He gives you a scowl as well. It's like,
enough of that, or you can get out of my shop. There's stones here as rare as diamonds, and explosive powders and all sorts. You get us all with nonsense like that.
like above your head, you can see like a reputation -5.
Two little negatives.
It's great. So we have a few interesting questions for you. You did mention you have black powders and things. Now I'm sure my friend JD would be interested if you've got anything connected with powder and firearms. I'll let you take that with JD offline later.
Yep.
Let's get that one, because I think, a little flag came up there. It's like, if Eagle were here right now, he'd be buying firearms. That's all I'm saying. And so, do you have any? So we were hoping that we could distill something rapidly, like have some kind of magic, like a potion that we could put with goodberries to create some kind of goodberry wine that we could donate to the people, so they'd have both wine, which is great, and the ability to not need to eat for a day. Is that something that you could help with?
Liquid lunch.
He's going to go,
Well, I certainly have the equipment.
and he kind of motions to his left, where you can see a Liebig condenser. You can see, all the sort of things you might imagine in a laboratory. Pressure flasks, little pipes. It's like
All my custom blown glasswork. I could certainly distill whatever you want. For a small fee, of course. And I'd also whip up a few potions or a few elixirs. I've got a few at the back of my shop, or I don't know if you've got us little interesting ingredients. I could maybe help with a little bit of that.
I'm thinking to try and keep the goodness of the good berries within an elixir, would it be best to make a distilled goodberry wine, such as a fortified wine or a port, or would it be best just to make a wine to try and get that goodness in the elixir, which will then allow us to make a fortifying potion to nourish the people of Brinchanda?
Well, I think with a little, and he wanders off to his bookshelf and he picks up a book and he looks at it and it's like, yes, with a little bit of chronomancy, we could probably suspend the good berries in a Higgs Einstein condensate pocket of sorts. It's almost like they will. The things in them, the yeast and that, will be able to act, but the good berries themselves will be suspended so they won't disappear, as it were. I think we could maybe make a healing potion out of them, or I suppose a flask or a flagon, which could fill up your belly with a mere sip.
And how much would you charge for such a flagon?
I do believe that JJ has just crashed. Oh, there he is back.
Okay, that was weird because everyone
weird.
froze. How much
I was
would
going
you
to say everyone
charge?
froze for me as well. I think Discord might have been a bit unhappy.
How much would you charge to make such a flagon?
Well, if you're supplying the good berries, I'd probably give you a substantial discount. I mean, the glassware I'd have to add in, and spells aren't.
Oh, freezing. Will I be back? Will they make it? Hello, guys.
Oh, hello.
Everyone,
Welcome back.
yeah, it looks like Discord's having farts.
Yes, it does.
So to cut
So how
that
much
story
did you
short, I hate to say with flasks and if we supply the good berries, just give me a figure. Suspend the role playing for a second.
Yeah. Let me just find my shopping list from the last campaign so I can just mark this properly.
And obviously, if you were
There we
to take a portion of this elixir in exchange for your wares, maybe we can come to a deal.
Okay, so how many good berries have you got?
70.
At the moment, 70.
Sorry?
70.
7-0. Jesus. And what are you trying to achieve with it?
We're
Specifically?
trying to make as a liquid which will be either magical of nature, or it will be sustaining, or it will be a very good meal for people that we can use. Basically, I think it'd be useful to put my skills as a winemaker into practice so that we can then use this as either a bargaining chip or something to keep us going on our...
Yeah, we've just lost it again. So now, I don't know. You're back?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So
Okay.
basically a wine that could sustain people, that we could sell, we could give away, and we could use it ourselves.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what I'll give you is you can either have the healing properties of it or the fill people's bellies properties
Let's
of
go
it.
for the fill people's bellies properties of it for the moment.
Yeah.
Right, that will be substantially cheaper. So instead of being a 70 HP healing potion,
Oh, that would have been good. Only at one potion. We'd like a couple of flasks. I basically want him to have some wine. Go on.
a 70 serving flagon of purified
Nice.
goodberry juice. So we'd say about 25 GP for that because you're supplying all the ingredients. A healing potion, basic healing potion, would be about 50 GP, just to put it in perspective.
Yeah. So how much?
25 GP.
Okay. For 70
$25.
portions of food, effectively.
Yes.
And how big would that portion
Could
be?
we? And that's what I'd say to. I'd say if we could get that in 7, and I would say if we go and get some wine bottles that would take 10 portions, if you could provide 7 of those and fill those up, then we could then give those or sell those to people or use them ourselves. Is that possible?
Yes, certainly wine bottles would be very, very cheap.
Yeah.
So he's going to dilute it down. He's going to water it down to make sure there's enough fluid. Right. So people have to drink a bit more, but the portions would be the same.
How long would that
This is
take?
what makes uses. Yeah, he'll have that for you by the end of the day.
Oh, we did it, guys. That was the job done. So there we go. So we'll go and get it. Once we finish this transaction, we'll go and get you those bottles. If you could start work on it. Meanwhile, you said about having potions and trinkets. What do you have that you could sell to us today?
Yes, he's going to look at you and he's going to say,
Yes, I have curios and magical items from across the realm. I've just looked at this fantastic and very, very rare and expensive item. And he says,
he holds out what looks like a stone, and he says,
it is a stone of gravity detection. You see, you hold it out like this, and you let go, and see, as it fall, it detects gravity. That, my friend, would come in extremely handy if you were a spell jammer or something, and you weren't quite sure whether you would go up or down if you let go of something.
It's really impressive. I like, because if you're falling, sometimes you're not sure which way you're falling, and so that would be useful. Yeah, that sounds amazing. I mean,
but no, but he does actually have magic items, right? Okay, so we have a magical item shop generator.
Okay.
So what I will do is I will hit the random button, and then I'll give you a mulligan if you want to.
Okay, and also, does it have any potions? But we'll do the shop for generator first, as soon as the fucking stream fixes.
Okay, so let's hit this, and let's snapshot this. And Glam, we're relying on you. So there we go. And there we go. And let's cut off the... Yeah, let's leave that bit on. Right, this is coming to you in seconds. Oh, God. So much technical work. File, save as. Right, have you got Messenger up? Got that. Just...
So whilst he's doing that, we have to... So if we're going to leave, we probably, with the 4-hour days, do our shopping. Spend a second night here. Maybe we head over and get that job from the Zentarum guy. Maybe spend a night there. Maybe do a bit of gambling. You know, have some fun. And then tomorrow we head out, because that way we get to collect the wine. And maybe we could give a bottle to the Zentarum. Maybe we could give a bottle to the bar, to the other bar. And then we could keep hold of some bottles for trading and drinking.
Right, so we've got that or a mulligan. And if you want to know what each one of those does, you can look them up, or I can just tell you the description.
Well, you tell us whilst he's putting that on the screen.
I was going to say, where's that?
Messenger, he said, I think.
Yeah, it's in the wrong one as well. Let me just dump it in the right one. Aki, you may have a list of random magical items.
I do.
That's hilarious.
Oh, come on, you thing.
Now, do we want to mention to the alchemist dude about the what's it that we've got, the Shardlin?
Okay, so what we've got is walloping ammunition.
Speak to JD.
It's just like an arrow or something, but a creature hit with the ammunition must succeed a DC 10 strength saving throw or be knocked over. So imagine like an arrow with a flat beanbag at the end of it rather than a point.
Okay.
Charlatan's dice. It's a 6-sided dice that rolls a 6 whenever you roll it.
So you can't choose, it always rolls a 6.
No, it says you can control which number it rolls on.
Nice. This is what I'm talking about for that game we played earlier. Oh my god, I want that so much. Holy shit, we're going gambling later. I'm invested in that already.
Heward's handy spice pouch. It's basically a 10-charge spice belt. You use one action to speak the name of any non-magical food seasoning, such as salt, pepper, cilantro.
Aki is already pulling 75 gold out of his pocket right now. I can see him move. He started taking money from the thing. He's already got some cinnamon for his... he's already thinking, first one, cinnamon for the good brew wine. That's going straight into each bottle.
braces of archery,
Oof.
potion of fire breath, which I think is basically a
Aki's
D4
thing.
version of Aki's breath.
Right.
Potion of heal giant strength, which if certain people want to mention they have giant toes, may be at a discount. And a cube of force. That's probably too expensive. 16,000 GP.
That is a little bit pricey for us.
Right, but you got some prices there. So
what is the cube of force, and can I steal it? Are we going to do some night shopping later?
A cube is about 1 inch across. Each face has a distinct marking on it that can be pressed. The cube starts with 36 charges and regains 1d20 expended charges at dawn. You can use an action to press one of the cube's faces, expending a number of charges based on blah 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 blah. So it does... Let me see.
It's like a level 20
it
item.
It casts the spell Disintegrate, Horn of Blasting,
Yeah, we
Pass
go.
Wall,
So I want that
Prismatic Ray, Wall
item
of Fire.
for Halloween, okay? That's what I want for Halloween right there. That's my item. What do the braces of archery do? And are they attunable?
Plus 2 to ranged attacks.
Are they attunable?
Yes.
They require attunement, and I think JD might have.
As does apparently the charlatan's dice for some reason.
No.
That's
Oh,
what
that-
that Y is
that
there.
kills
That's-
it.
That column's attunement.
Oh yeah, I see that. So you don't have to attune to the spice pouch, Aki. You can have spice, and it's nice. Unfortunately, the charlatan's die is just a dice I can roll, but in order to, well, I suppose I could attune for a night out, and then go gambling, and then re-attune. Attunement takes a short rest, right?
Actually, JD. Oh my god, JD has 1,200 gold, and that braces of archery would give him +2 to his hit, and he doesn't have it. Sarge, I think, may have had it. No, he had the ability. JD would kill for that.
Would he try and talk him down? Maybe a
think
little
he would.
deal ski. I mean, if he was to say that to us, I'd say, we're really interested in the spice pouch. We're very interested in those bracers for my good friend here. He's a bit of a ranged genius. Obviously, we're going to be paying you for the wine as well. And I'm very interested in that charlatan's die. What if I was to say to you, with my brain on, that's 15, that's 1,700, including the wine. What if I was to say that you give us a wee discount on that? Maybe give us the whole lot for 1,500.
A discount? Do you know how valuable some of these things are? People would cut their right arm off to have a charlatan's die. Or maybe someone else would cut yours off if you get caught.
But
I'm just thinking
he's
that's
pushing back a little bit.
1,700 down to 1,500, and we'll throw in a bottle of the Goodberry wine
Okay.
with some of that spice, maybe a wee cinnamon. Maybe you're a fan of coriander. He can use one pouch and give you your own special Goodberry wine.
Are you trying to pay the bank with its own money?
You're a funny guy. I like it. Yes, that's good. What do you think?
Right. Okay. So, for sake of argument, roll. Yes, persuasion, isn't it?
You were trying to think of another role you could give me then, weren't you? Can I give him another role? Because let's be honest, it's not going to go well. Persuasion from me is just a wee 21.
Just a wee 21.
Just a wee 21.
Right. So he's gonna think about it for a second.
How much did you say?
1,500 gold for the wine, the spice, the archery, and the dice.
You, sir, have a deal.
And he puts his hand out. You gonna shake it?
Yes.
Okay. So you shake on that. Right. So he puts the charlatan's die, the spice pouch, and the braces of archery down. Still his hands on it. Are you going to pass across the cash?
So I'll say to JD, obviously it's something you wanted and you're a bit short, so I've got us a bit of a discount. But if he can throw 1,000 in, because it's mostly his, He throws 1,000. Well, he had 1,200, yes. If he throws 1,000 toward the 1,500 braces that we got 200 off,
He would definitely do that because that would put him up to let's have a look here. Inventory features, actions. There we go. So attack. That put him up to a +9 to hit with his gun.
Amazing.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to remove 500 from the party gold.
No, because it's like, well, I mean, I'm taking the dice, so I'm taking 100 off of mine. That's my spend. So I've removed 100. That leaves 400. And I think if you're taking the spice pouch, that's 25 off you, Aki, from your funds. And then the rest, that's the overarching spend of the wine plus the extra, take from the party funds. So what was that coming from the party funds? And what did we buy? I need all the notes. So we got braces of archery, wine. I'm excited about the spice pouch, dude, because the food here is shit. So we can now spice it up a little bit. Brace of archery, wine, spice pouch, dice of awesome. What's the actual dice called? I have to add it. I just realised that. Dice of what?
Charlatan's dice.
Charlatan's dice.
Yeah, I just re-rolled it. You guys definitely made the right choice sticking. Definitely.
Sticking? Oh, right, okay, nice. Yeah, there's some good things there. Now there was some good shit there. Brace of archery, wine, spice pouch, charlatan's dice. 1,500. How much came from the? It was 375 from there.
Yeah.
So
we will discuss the Python's legs. I've got a rough idea what's in there, but it's always good to have an idea. Right.
So the other thing, the DM sort of half prompted. So if I so that potion of giant strength, I happen to have 3 frost giant toenails.
You've got a frost giant's toenail.
3 of them.
Interesting. Are you looking to sell? I would be interested.
I mean, on their own, they're not all that useful to me. The potion that comes from them could be. I don't know. What sort of deal could we do? Oh, sorry for the fire in the corner.
Who said there's potions you can make from toes from frost giants? Of course there isn't. Of course there isn't.
You can insight check that if you want.
Absolutely going to insight check that, and I'll do it as well, so you can do it with advantage.
Yes, right. Do
you want to roll as well?
Oh yeah, no, my insight's pretty good. 17 plus 8, so whatever that is,
25.
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
You look into his eyes, and you realise not a word he said was true.
Oh, you know that I used to have a fixed 19. I thought it was a fixed 19. It's not. It's just that I can't roll under a 10. So I've now got a fixed 22 because I got a 12. So I can't roll under 22 for persuasion.
That's mental.
Not broken at all.
Or deception. If I lie... So guys, by the way, Aki, remember I said that you were looking good today, yeah? I rolled a 22 on that. Whether that's deception or persuasion, you decide.
So
it's like, okay, you got me. I can use giant's toes to make potions of little giant strength. I'll use a full toe for just like a basic potion, right?
And just so you know, a basic hill giant strength potion takes your strength up to 21 for 1 hour.
But with all 3, I could probably make
Oh no, actually, no. It's a frost giant, isn't it? It depends on the toe. Jesus Christ. No, that's It would bring your strength up to 23 for an hour.
So usually I charge about 400 gold for a potion. But if you let me keep those 2 toes, I'll make you one for free.
That sounds reasonable.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so he's going to take the toes in exchange. They're not worth much to you. You can't really do much with it. But he can certainly make 2 400 GP potions, so he's happy. And you're going to get a potion of giant strength, and that's a frost giant strength. So if you drink that, your strength score will go up to 23 for 1 hour.
Holy shit.
And as we're walking out afterwards, I think we did right there. We'll give the archery thing to JD. After, obviously, what we'll do is I'll make him sweat for it a little bit. And you know, say, obviously it's on a HP situation, so we've put up the 300 for you, but you've got to pay us it at 100 gold per week per 10 day for 5 10 days. And then we're only
He's going to go, it's all right, I've got a bar. It makes more money than you know.
we're only joking. You're gonna have those. You know what I mean? You're gonna help us with it. So we're gonna come back for the wine later. I'll say thank you for that. We'll be back at sunrise for the wine. Aki gets his spice pouch on the go, and I'll get some cinnamon brewing for that wine. Aki, make a nice winter spiced wine.
Absolutely.
And I'll put the charlatan's dice in my wee pocket.
So after we
I
walk
dread
out,
to think what you're going to do with that.
when we go back and fetch the wine, do we want to mention the Chardonnay we've got to him, or are we keeping that to ourselves for now?
What's the Chardonnay?
Is that stuff that
Oh,
was really hard, weird rock thing that we had to pick out?
Now, just remind
with
me,
an
what does the
unbreakable
Chardonnay
needle?
do? That's not your precious, is it? That was...
He has got a chunk of Chardonnay, which is his precious. And you also carved out using a indestructible needle and Azar Edge, I think it was. No, some sort
That's
of
right, and it's
magical
in the
weapon.
bag, and it weighs a fuck ton.
You've
I
got
remember
a brick of Chardonnay.
£150 in my ring.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could maybe sell it, maybe find out what we can do with it. That sounds something interesting to do. That strength thing, out of all of us, who uses strength?
It's actually a +6 to hit, plus proficiency, which at this point would be a +9 to
For
hit.
him.
And
Plus
if someone's
10
got a
for me.
+1 weapon, a +10 to hit. So you probably couldn't roll less than 11. Just saying.
With what? With the strength thing?
Yeah, with the strength.
Yeah, but who uses... What I'm saying is... but who uses... who uses strength? Because if I'm not mistaken...
Because Tox is off
Toxeros,
dex, isn't it?
all your hands and everything all run off your dexterity.
They do.
Yeah,
And
but just as a DM point, right? If you can choose strength or dexterity, so if you've got a strength weapon, you can't use dexterity because it's blunt. If you've got a
Exactly.
dex weapon, you use dexterity, or you can just ram it in them really hard. You can use strength. So
yeah, but I
strength
mean,
will
I've already
override
got...
dexterity.
I think the point is I've already got a +9 dex or something. And I've only got +3, but I've got... Yeah, so, like... I'm just thinking, for me, it's, like, not as useful as it is to someone who would need that strength boost. As your animals, you probably have quite a few strength boosts. It probably is best for you, and you have the toes. I'd say that you should keep that, Glamorous.
I'll keep it for now. If we think at any situation it comes in handy, we can always hand it out.
Maybe...
But just to point out, what it will do is you basically have +11, sorry, 11, this is the least you can roll, +10 to hit, and your damage modifier will be your d6
Oh, it's massive, mate.
+6.
Yeah. It's good. Right, so we've got that. We're ready to go. So we're going to sort of, we're having a shopping day. Sorry, guys. As we're walking through the market, anything interesting?
Well, yeah, actually, if we just jump back. And
down, left,
plonked
or
you
right?
guys right near in the middle of the market.
Maybe some different music, I think. Market music. I've got a wee market thing.
I love the fact that even when he's talking to himself, he speaks in Scottish.
Got to keep the accent up. If you lose it, it's fucking... You lose it, you snooze it. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact it's got birds tweeting because it was from Waterdeep's market. That sucks. That's no good.
No, I mean it might be a magic bird. They just
Magic
play it to try and
birds.
to make everybody happy while they're trying to shop.
Thanks for that. I like it.
Yeah, so as you're out in the market, if you can maybe move the camera a little bit.
I'm working on that.
Again, it's still pretty early in the day. It's still almost night-like where you are, but there's a little kind of dusk-like hue in the sky. You see in the center of the market a glowing bonfire. And as you're just watching, you see every so often someone come up to the bonfire and almost look at something they're holding, almost a little bit sad, and just throw that into the fire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So while you're seeing that happening, you see a familiar face. Well, actually, you see what looks like a teddy bear, a small teddy bear, making fast tracks towards you. As he gets closer, you realise that it's actually a gnome with a very, very furry, kind of furry bearskin coat on. As he comes up to you, it's the what is his name?
I'll turn around. I'll go. Praise the morning, Lord.
Praise the morning, Lord.
Copper knocker, my good friend. What can I do for you this fine, fine winter's morning?
So he kind of looks a bit hand in hat as he comes to you. He says,
Hand in hat? Did you mean hat in hand?
No, he's actually got a hat and he's got his hand in it.
yeah,
Maybe he's like
that.
a magician. He's gonna pull something out and look at this.
It's the birds that we can hear. He's got doves in.
Yeah.
Oh, and some
So
horses. I don't know where they came from.
Yeah.
Magic
So
beast.
he's coming up to you, he says,
So, a little birdie was telling me about some excitement you had at the bar last night with what's his face, with
if the DM could actually remember people's names.
with Kazan.
We did meet a man called Kizan, yes.
Little birdie told me you handled yourself quite well. You might not just be normal travellers. You might be adventurers.
I mean, yeah, we've been known to adventure in our time.
You are adventurers. Oh, praise the morning, Lord.
Praise the morning, Lord.
Right, and now I need to just jump onto a screen. There's too much to remember. There we go. No, not that. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the right one for you.
That's fine.
There it is. Okay. No. Sorry, it's just jumping on the wrong thing. There it is. Okay. So, it's going to say,
I was wondering if you can help. I was wondering if you can help. Oh, you see, I have this friend, right? Macaridas. Macaridas. He's what you might call a sage, but he's also a bit of a wanderer from place to place. See, all up the Sorbin coast. He jokes every so often that he's a devotee of the traveller or something. I don't know. It's a turn of phrase or something, I think. But he was out here in 10 towns not long, like 6 months past. He said he was gonna head up to the he said he was gonna head up to the old shack, they call it the Black Cabin, and he said he was gonna put all his time and his effort and his knowledge into trying to find a way to bring Lantfar's light.
Lantfar being the other god who used to be worshipped in that church.
To bring Lantfar's light back to Northwind Dale and to dispel Oriel's presence. But I used to get letters. I don't get him anymore. I hadn't heard from him for a month or more. Oh, I'm ever so worried. No, I know you might not want to take a little time out for little old me and the little lark, but if you find yourself, out in the wilderness, maybe you could give a little look in at his cabin and see if he's all right. It'd mean the world to me to know my friend is still okay. It's dangerous out there,
I mean, I would.
Two questions.
Yes.
What was his name again?
Did you
I'm
get
gonna
his
go
name,
with
Aki? And as
Mac
anyone...
Read us. Mac Read us.
So just to clarify, I already spelled that, and I spelled it Macreedus.
There's an A there, but close enough.
There we go. Macreedus.
Readers in book.
And the second question was, do we know where the black cabin is? Was that on the magic map we have? Or do we need to
I
ask
would
you
at that,
about
obviously pull that at that point. I would pull out my magic map and say, "You see, we're really adventurous because we've got one of these magic maps. Could you point out on this map exactly where you think the black cabin is?"
Roll history.
Roll history. Okay, let's do that. Not bad. +3.
What's your
6.
No. Okay, no, keep going. So, yeah, he's going to, let me just find the map. Yeah, you're gonna have to zoom out.
So we're now adding something new to our map, guys. It's exciting.
Right. Well, try as I might, there isn't actually a marker for this anywhere.
But I'll let you
So-
make one up, and don't make it too much in the wilderness because we're not allowed to go there. I have to speak to her
Not allowed
again,
to go
guys.
there yet.
I'll
You
speak to
never
her. It's
know.
fine. Yeah, maybe Hal
after
Holman will
that.
sort us out with something.
Exactly. After he's fixed me, then.
And we've already got
maybe
that
we'll
place
come
in the
on to
spine of the world where we've got to find that other dude, and
Yeah. So, we would say...
traveling anywhere takes. I reckon it's on top of that big spirally thing right here.
No, so we're gonna say... As you point that out, he's gonna go, What? What spirally thing? Oh, yeah, that thing. They call that... And if I can just get the right layer...
Nice.
They call that Kelvin's Cairn.
Ah, got into that. Yeah, it's a thing.
Here's a thing, yeah. Yeah, so there should be a nice X on your map now.
The little pink thing.
Yeah, little pink X. So it's a cabin in the woods, halfway
nice.
between Brinchanda and Goodmeat.
Nice. You know what? We will we will look into that for you because we are adventurous.
Oh, yeah. Praise the morning, Lord.
Praise the morning, Lord.
I knew as soon as I saw you, my prayers had been answered.
How come you're friends with him if he's trying to get a rival god to your god? I don't understand.
Well,
To
that's a
clarify,
funny story.
Yeah, go on,
I'm
carry on.
not...
Sorry.
No,
go
you
on.
carry on. Sorry, I got confused. Carry on.
Right. Let me just bring Kobanooka up. Right.
Well, that's a funny thing, you know. Actually, I used to be a acolyte of Lythander, but when the church was abandoned, I didn't have much choice. So you know, when
What is her face comes? What was her name? Sorry, I've got too many names floating around, and I can't.
If you're looking for Church of the Morning Lord,
Mishan.
it was
Yes,
Mishan.
Mishan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so when Mishan came along, right, and she took over the church in Armentor's name, well, you know, one god's as good as another. They're both light gods, you know, and it's a tough living for someone like me up in the north. But it's a warm bed, and she lets me sleep there.
So yeah, he used to be a devotee of Lanfenor, right? And his friend is a sage, a devotee of Lanfenor, a priest, well, sage, but technically a priest. So he's obviously trying to dispel the darkness which is overtaken Icewind Dale. We don't know whether something or not has happened to him in his cabin in the woods. You get a vague description. It's down around about there. It's on a cliff edge, right above the forest, right. So it's got a good view. But yeah, he's not heard anything from him from a while.
I'll say.
And also your map, by the way, Captain Jack's starts glowing pink, just showing the little trail to there and a little X. A little X marks the spot.
That's useful. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, quick question: the fire and the people going over to it. What's that all about?
He looks at them and he kind of has a little look of disgust and disdain on his face.
Worshippers, not of Lanfor, not of Armentor. but of oil.
He spits.
Don't they know? The only way to get rid of this darkness that plagues the land is to praise the Lord of Light to break the darkness, not to praise the one who's bringing it. They've got it in their head that oil has forsaken us, and the only way to break this curse is to show her how sorry we are, and to do that by sacrificing things that are dear to us. Now it's not too bad in Bryn Shander, but down in East Haven, I hear they hope to sacrifice crops or goods or gold for people. Because, sacrificing people, it's a supreme sacrifice.
It's a slippery slope once you get into it, yeah. Well, it's been great talking to you again, my little friend. We do need to make a move. There's at least one more shop we need to visit and then get some drinks. So I do appreciate. We will get back to you as soon as we can if we can find your friend.
And back to the main map.
So we know that's all back in the centre. I will mention.
So we've picked up quite a few question marks.
I will mention to the group as a quick one. He mentioned the Traveller, which is obviously part of the reason we crashed at the sky was that he can't be here, is what I remember him saying. It could be quite interesting if someone else was trying to contact the Traveller or get involved in that. It could be that could be key to us maybe getting more daylight, which would help us resolve all our issues. It's definitely one to put on the list. But anyway, for now, we have our jobs for today. Do we want to pop over to the granary, see what they've got?
Right, I would suggest anywhere but the Zentarum, so I can drop that before the next session. So you've got a proper location.
Yeah.
So the granary, I can drop the shop if you want, but it's basically just somewhere to buy food. You go in there, you can see that the shelves are almost bare. There's very little, but a bit of preserved jerky of questionable origin. Almost no grain, and yeah, just very little food to speak of.
What is the owner's name of the granary?
God damn you. I've got this open as well somewhere.
You need to use OneNote like me, man. Just boom, people.
Yeah, no, I've got it. Okay, here we go. His name... No, we're not going with that. Right. We actually have... His name is Ilo Rumble.
Ilo
Rumble.
Rumble.
Ilo Rumble D Scump.
Of the Rumbles, the famous Rumbles. What is he? What race is he?
Barney?
Hobbit, of course. Well,
Mister, you're a hobbit. I thought you might be.
And what was your favourite nursery rhyme?
Of course, a hobbit would, have a granary because that's where all the food is.
I'd say.
Yes.
So you have. I see that you're a bit bare on the shelves.
Oh yes, sir. A bit bare, but we still got some around. Would you like some jerky? Can I interest you in that? It's only 1 gold a strip.
We've actually come selling, not buying.
Come selling? Well, I'm always interested to hear an offer. Have you killed a boar, a wolf, a yeti? I would kill for a mammoth. That'd feed us for a month.
Fuck you. We have already eaten that mammoth. I'll have you. Have we got any mammoth? No, we used all our meat. I know we fed it to the yetis. To tame the thing. Owlbears. Yeah. But we do have a new invention. It's a spiced goodberry wine, which not only may get you tipsy, not promises, but you can pretend you do because everyone likes that. But it will actually feed you for a day.
Goodberry wine. I've never heard of such a thing.
It's actually invented by my good friend here, the big Dragonborn. He's a very clever winemaker.
Roll deception.
I mean, 22. But I want to roll because I want to go bigger.
Do you believe that Aki is a very good winemaker?
25.
I am. Cheeky
Well,
twat.
clearly.
I'll say, look, what I'll do is because we can do this, guys, in the future. You could do another 70. We could get another batch. Right? This could be a new business for us up here. We could just make this wine. I'll say, look, what I've
Supply
got
and demand.
is I'm picking it up later on today. And I'm happy to give you a bottle and you can try it. And if it's something you think that you could sell, then maybe we could come up with some kind of deal. What do you think?
Well, let me try a little. Can I sniff? Can I have a taste?
We're picking it up later, but I will drop a bottle into you later, my friend. And you can, but you need to make sure that this bottle, because it'll have quite a few servings, don't go crazy. And make sure you share it amongst your family and your friends. Give them all a free sample. We'll get them all wanting some later.
So the
My new
bottle's got-
drug. Aki wants to brew some wine. I'm starting a new drug empire.
the first one's always free.
Exactly.
So you got a bottle. It will fill someone's belly for a day, so it counts as 3 meals. And you've got 10 charges, so it's about 30 meals, which you would imagine that's going to be about 3 gold pieces. You know, if you can get soup for a few copper, right? Or pray, get some grain, get some meat, maybe for a gold. Something that fills.
So
your
we
belly
know roughly what it's worth, and we may just right now we're going to give a bottle away later today, and we've still got a few bottles. So we've got, just to clarify, we've got 10 bottles.
I'm just going to do some math here.
Let me just work.
70 because it's 10 charges per bottle, so 7 bottles.
7 bottles, 10 charges per bottle.
So here's the accountancy going. Your base cost of production is 2.8 gold per bottle.
Is it?
No, sorry. You've got 25, right, to make it. You've got 7 bottles. So it's 3.57, 3 gold, 57 silver per bottle. Otherwise you're losing money.
So we need to talk him up from the 3 that he's offered, basically.
No, it's 3 gold, 5 silver, and 7 copper. You said 3 gold, 57 silver.
Yes, sorry.
Thank you.
57 copper.
It's a good job you don't work in finance, isn't it?
Well, we don't convert between electrum
gold,
and
silver, and gold.
So these bottles, if you want to make a profit, we need to sell for 5 gold pieces. I'm putting that there. That's what we need. Yeah, 5 gold pieces needed. And right now, we're going to give a few freebies out there because it's only cost us 25, and I think if we spread that love out there, we'll earn it back. Maybe we could start selling it by the charge.
So that's 5 silver per person who has got a full belly for a day.
Is that a good deal?
I don't know. You can certainly.
Well,
we could start
it's half
selling
what
a
he's
charge,
charging.
man.
It's half what he's charging for
The jerky.
a jerky.
Everyone's frozen again, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. We're not getting any rolls later, which is quite sad. JJ and
Welcome
his
back.
volleys. I like that. That's amazing. See, I can talk to the people whilst you guys aren't there because they can still hear me, I think. Right, guys, we need to make a move. So, just to get through the rest of the day, we've got a potential drug deal going on with spiced wine. Let me just put Granny Isla Rumble. Give free bottle of wine. This wasn't a big action one. This is the sort of one that Sarge would have hated, but there's a lot of intrigue going on right now. A lot of drug dealing and money making, which we quite like. And obviously getting quests, which is always fun, right?
Right. So your last place, if you are going to visit it, is the armory.
So we'll go to the armory. We'll let JD take control in here. And I will be JD. Yes! I've come. Do you have any gunpowder? Oh,
Right, well,
don't forget as well, by the way, that you may need to do the... Yes, go on.
Well, sorry, it's not the armory, it's the smithy. So
Black iron blades.
So let me just reveal an area.
Is he a dwarf?
For somewhere called Black Iron Blades and a... Yeah, maybe zoom in on that. What was I thinking when I made these tokens?
I mean, yeah. So where am I going? Up, down. Oh, that's the sword, I'm guessing, right there.
Right, so can I find... Where was I looking there? Black Iron Blades. So, when you were in the...
Is
when
that
you
a
were in the
bearded
taverns-
woman dwarfed?
It's a bearded woman dwarf. Gotta do it.
So I walk in and go, hello.
Oh, wait. Just to
Yes.
backdrop you. So, when you were in the taverns, when you were, having your breakfast, when you were having your drinks last night, you learnt a little bit about some of the establishments here. And one of the things you learnt about the Black Iron Blades is it's a little bit of a joke. I mean, they're a smithy.
They're a smithy. That's where we got to, guys. Remember that.
Among the people...
Well, we lost you for a second. They're a smithy. Was what we got to.
They're a smithy. So they can make pretty much whatever you need, right? They do adventuring gear, all of that. But there's a joke among the people of 10 Towns, right? They tell tales about hapless newcomers to Icewind Dale, right? Who often their first visit is to Bryn Shander and to Black Iron Blades, and their joke is, "Oh, and he weren't carrying a Black Iron Blade to boot." So they're a bit of the
Fucking Discord, man. It's killing us.
So, like I say, so you walk into this store.
Sorry,
and see what
to boot was what we got to when we lost you again. So to boot, they were carrying a Black Iron Blade to boot.
So they're a bit of a joke.
Okay.
Right. They're not known for their quality.
Right.
You starter gear sort of thing.
Yeah, well, it's like if you want a good blade, you go to somewhere. If you just want something that will do the job, you go to Black Iron Blades. Stack them cheap. No, stack them high, sell them cheap.
So we'll walk in and I'll be like,
okay, as you walk in,
yeah.
you see what looks like a combination shop, right? A shop at the front selling adventurers' gears, shields, selling backs, pitons, anything you might need, and a smithy at the back, right? You can see there's a forge. You can see the hammer. You can see at the back what looks like a shield dwarf, right? He's kind of wearing his black blacksmith's robes, hammer in hand. He's kind of working on something there. And up front, you can see a bearded dwarf female. Again, looks a bit like a shield dwarf if you were to place a bet on her race. And she just sitting behind the counter. And as you come in, she just welcomes you to the shop. Hello, adventurers. How can I help you today?
Hello there, wee lassie. Fine
I'd
looking
like
up.
to see a dwarf. It's always good to see a dwarf up here.
Well, and two at the same time, eh? And we are not related. So,
Cannon, is Glambrius grey or not?
No, he said he was using.
No,
he's looking at his camera, man. It's all about his camera. If his camera's grey, he's grey.
Yeah.
Look at your friend. He must be doing something right. That colour in his cheeks, it's almost glowing.
I've turned it up a little too much.
We fine-looking beard you've got there, young lady. Have you? Is that your husband in the back, or is that your father?
She. Can you give me the equivalent of a seduction check? I think that's going to roll off your off you.
Probably performance.
Probably.
Oh, that'll do. 23.
She kind of bends forward, hands under there. What's it to you?
Well,
Gives you a wry smile.
I wouldn't want to upset the man of the house, but if that's your father in the back, then we could certainly maybe bang some metal later.
I've only caught half of that.
I was going to say, I slid the stream up so I heard all of it.
Amazing.
What on earth did he just say?
I mean, the long and short of it was, if I didn't want to upset your husband, if that's your husband, but if that's your father, maybe we could bang some metal together later.
That's a fine offer, that. He's don't worry about him. He's my brother, Gran. How else is the name? Yeah. Adventuring gear is the name. Gran over there can make you anything you need. Swords, boots. But it's all about the adventuring gear, I think.
Enough of this nonsense, Jax. Do you have any interesting black powders or metals, any iron filings? I really need to get anything that could help me create metal stuff and tinker.
And she looks a bit... Actually, I'm going to roll a dice for this. Yeah, she definitely looks a little bit upset that, this mesmerizing conversation with Captain Jax has been interrupted. So she gives a
You know
little
what I
bit
mean?
of
Fuck that guy cock blocking me again.
More little negative signs appearing.
Well, I was talking to your friend there, but I'll be happy to answer your question. So, we do adventuring gears. I'm actually going to bring this up. So we do. No, that's wrong. God damn, so much stuff. You don't know how many screens I've got floating around. Yeah, so
The only question I'd care about is, do you have any tinkering? Basically, can he get some tinkering supplies, and does he need them?
right, so they have shops, adventure shops. So yeah, we have the usual. We've got we got climbers kits, we got chains, we got clampons, we've got hammers, we've got ink pens, jugs, pitchers, all of that stuff. But black powder, that's a little magical, really. I mean, that's kind of like Kelman's realm, I mean, I don't know if you met him yet, but
What
he's
about like iron tinkering things, like iron filings? If I wanted to put together some kind of crazy contraption with a big thing, I need metals and things I can break down.
Well, yeah, I mean, we got a waste bin of filings. I mean, you can help yourself to them. They're not much use to us. And she kind of motions to the side. So there's like a waste bin, like sawdust, but iron filings.
There you go. I don't know if that's any good to him. See what I did there, James? That was just for you. Yeah. A little 25 gold. I'd like to think you got 25 gold pieces of tinkering supplies right there.
Actually, before she says that, she says, actually, and sorry, as you're walking over, Gran says, nah, Elsa. Right? You know we can't afford to be giving up any free metal. Not to anyone who comes in and gives you the time of day. I'm sorry, man. We were expecting a shipment of ore to come in, but
Another quest.
I don't know. We're expecting a shipment of ore to come in, but I don't know. It's not arrived, and we don't have a lot of supplies left. I kind of need to keep what we got here, just to keep the shop ticking over. I don't know if you've heard of this, but we're not necessarily known for the best reputation for the wares that we make. And I was really hoping to change that. This latest ore that was coming to us, I was really hoping that we could, make some real quality weapons with it. Some real quality stuff, and get known for more than just the number of weapons, and for that quality, Elsa kind of says, yeah, you can dream big, but, gold is where it's at, and stacking them high and selling them cheap, it's always been the way. It's like, yeah, but Elsa, I want to be known for my smithing, not just for me, not just for my output and the strength of my hand, And she just like waves at him. Don't mind him. Now, what were you saying there? What were you saying there, Mr.
Elsa, and what's his name?
Just jump back.
Gran.
Yes, Gran.
Elsa and Gran. Surname is that? I'm guessing these are campaign people, so.
They will probably have surnames. Yeah, it's Elsa and Gran Hammer. Funnily enough.
Hammer. Do you know what? That's a great name for a smith. I like it.
You do flatter me so.
No, so you now. My friend is already looking at the bucket. My friend is quite keen on getting scrap metals. Nothing that you could use now. How about this? We look into your wee ore problem, because we do that kind of thing. Maybe when was the last time you heard from it?
Right. So, give me a second. So, we're expecting a band of dwarven miners to come down from Kelvin's Khan. I don't know if you heard about it. It's a big mountain. If you've got a map, I'm happy to show you where it is.
We know exactly where that is. Thank you very much.
So we're gonna pay the Battlehammer clan. Yeah, it was the Battlehammer clan. That's it. We're gonna pay the Battlehammer clan for a shipment of ingots, but we haven't heard anything from them. I mean, there's bound to be a few of them around town, maybe. But yeah, without those ingots, We're gonna have to shut up shop, and I don't know what we'll do.
I wouldn't, and I'll lean in close. I wouldn't like to see a fine wee lass like you work in the streets. I'm sure we can do something. I tell you what, you just leave it with us, and if we're able to find these ingots, maybe you could make us a weapon or something as payment.
Well, I tell you what, if you find those ingots and you bring them back to me, I'll give you a 10% discount and a little extra. And she gives you a wink.
Yes! Ooh. I'm writing that down. 10% discount and extra. Extras in capitals, guys. Elstra. No, that doesn't work.
Yep.
Right, so with that in mind, I'll say we'll work on it. Guys, we just got like 5 question marks. If you're playing an MMO, we'd have done that in about 5-10 minutes, skipping through the chat as quick as possible. That just took us an hour and 45 minutes just to get 5 quests and do a bit of shopping. That's the difference between playing Baldur's Gate and playing this. Is shopping in Baldur's Gate and getting your quests takes 10 minutes, but just moving around the map takes. Here, shopping takes forever, and moving around the map takes forever. I mean, it's just there forever.
Well,
but
it'd be a little quicker if you don't have to flirt with everyone you see with a beard.
What can I say? I'm a dwarf.
You know, it's all about the bearded women.
So I've got so many notes. What we'll do is we need to call that there. So we're gonna make what I'm gonna leave as a note is we're so I'll do it. I don't know. So shopping done.
Need to gamble.
Collect wine and head to Zentarim hideout, we'll call it. That's it. So guys, next session, bit of gambling, get our final quest, sleep, wake up in the morning, and then we're back on the road rolling dice for 7 fucking days just to travel. So just as a quick feed across to everybody.
Right. So just to give you a little bit of an idea of distance now that you're actually in Icewind Dale proper. Right, so if you can find Bryn Shander.
I'm on it on the map right now.
Right, let's get to the top. Okay, so from each settlement, it does tell me how long it takes to get to each one. So if you can see Kelvin's Khan.
Yes.
Right, so if you think that's about 1.5 East Havens. Right, so by dog sled, East Haven is about 7.5 hours.
Okay, so we could get to East Haven on the road in a day.
In fact,
some of it at night.
So you see to Care Dinnerville.
So getting to the nearest quest, the one just down the road, which is traveller related, that is literally a day. Not even that is daylight. We could get there in daylight.
Targos, which we'll say is the same distance. And this is by dog sled. It's half as fast if you're on foot.
Yeah.
Is 2 hours away. So depending how you travel, between 2 and 4 hours.
I'm
and
also
then 4 hours back. You could potentially do that in a day.
I'm gonna put in here. What I'm gonna do is when we talk to someone, I'll be like, I will assume that at some point we'll have talked to someone who would say that to us, and then we would consider as part of our thing, dog sled. How much would that cost?
Tune in next week to find out.
Yeah. So so you can figure out the dog sled situation. You can get someone trying to sell us one, and the market maybe. So dog sled, I've put in capitals and bolded it because getting around quicker would be good. I mean, we've got our own dog sleds because we've got our own animals, so we can always travel. I would imagine traveling by horse is the same as dog sled.
I'm just wondering whether you could get a sled and then just attach it to your owlbear.
Yes. Amazing owlbear sled. So getting to the first quest is close. Getting to Kelvin's Khan, a couple of days, not the end of the world, to investigate that one. Speak to some people in town first. The miners, maybe they'll tell us about the dog sled thing. Getting to the Lonely Wood, we were thinking, probably a day to Targos, spend the night there, day to Tremorlane, spend the night there, so it's a 3-day trip to Lonely Wood.
So 3 months.
Yeah. As someone said, we'll be there for Christmas. We can fix gas for Christmas.
It'll be a Christmas miracle.
Guys, we're moving on. But that's the good thing is we've done a lot of the stuff that takes a bit of time today, but now we've got all that stuff. We know where we're going. We've got things on our map. Now we can start to actually do some shit. I think arriving here, we didn't have a goal. So we're kind of wandering around and just struggling. I think now we've got fixed places and we're in an area where there are clear roads and we can get dog sled / horse travel quite quickly along those roads. I think we're going to get some shit done. I'm excited.
A dire wolf is a bit like a dog, isn't it?
He's going to die wolf up and pull us along the sled. I love it.
He's gonna forsake the badgers and cast direwolves.
I think he's going to just make himself a dire wolf.
Badgers aren't very
yes,
fast.
direwolves are an NPC in this campaign.
King of the North. Guys, that was really good fun. I loved every minute of it. We all had a little bit of Aki. I'm excited about the wine.
I'm very excited about the wine, just because I've had an opportunity to do it. So yeah.
I can't believe you got the spiced belt as well, which will allow us to spice the wine. We can try different flavors. We can. I'm thinking there's a market here. 5 gold a bottle. Boom. By the way, we might even sell it if we can get it to some expensive places. Maybe take it from here where we're actually making it, and when we get to like Targos, 10 bottle of wine, 10 gold of wine. You know what I mean? This is like we could just spend money. Between now and Christmas, we're just going to create our empire. Selling this wine and not bother with the quest.
Turning this campaign into EVE Online. We're just.
By the way, if we're doing it,
Spice Wars have.
if we're doing it, we're gonna have to cut the Zentarum in, otherwise they'll cut us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
true.
we'll give them their 10%, but we're selling for quite a profit, so we're all good. Do you know what I mean? Every 10 bottles we make, we give the Zentarum 1 bottle. We sell the 9 bottles, 10 gold a piece. That's 90. Obviously, we'd have to take over the shop. We have to have a good deal with the guy in the shop, and the more we make, I'm telling you, we could just do that for weeks, just on the roads, traveling it. Eventually, hiring people to do it for us. By Christmas, we won't have solved any of Gaz's problems, but we'll have an industry of shipping good Baru wine all over the area, keeping people fed. Who needs
just
the
have
quest?
a factory of druids rotating on long rests to produce good
Exactly that. Well, in fact, we can imprison the druids and make them do it for us. I always knew you were evil, Jax. I always knew you have. Shut up and make me some good berries. I hate you. Ruining the entire campaign. Literally, we don't leave the towns. We just make wine.
Oh dear.
Well, that's out of my system now. One sec. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. We're going to be back. When are we back, guys?
I'm pretty free, actually, Thursdays.
I'm free.
12 should be fine for me.
Excuse me, guys. Yes, Liverpool versus Union Saint-Gilloise on the 5th. I am free on the 12th.
Right, let's pencil that in then, and we can check if JD hasn't got people visiting.
I think we've got it down, though. Even without JD, I think we can pretty much do it. It's like, Jax! Just say that a lot. Jax! I've told you. We need to move on with my quest. Yeah, you'll just wait whilst we do some other stuff. We're just going to do some of my stuff first. But Jax!
Have some wine.
Have some wine.
I'll get him some more of that spirit.
Just get him hammered week on, week out.
I think he'll be happy. I mean, braces of archery, that's pretty damn good.
I mean, we just spent £1,500 on him, so of which he put up 1,000. So he just had 500 gold of free shit. He better fucking love us next week. I tell you know what I'm saying?
I mean, to be fair, he did give us all whatever a load of gold the time before, but yeah, he gave us 100 gold each. So actually, overall, he's only got
he just got that back. With 75 on top.
Yeah.
I'm all good with it, though. I'm all about spreading the love. Anything that's going to give people cool shit. Right, I need to poo, so I'm going to go. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
And on that bombshell.
And on that bombshell, as JJ goes off to drop a deuce, to go and drop a deucey, I will see you all tomorrow when I hope my throat will hold. I'm really struggling a little bit now. But yeah, if I can't talk, I'll just play cool music.
Dr. JJ needs to prescribe himself some
whiskey. I
self-medication.
have had no whiskey tonight. I'm trying not to drink because
That's right,
not too
burn
much.
it out that throat.
Yeah, I had really good spicy food last night. Cleared it. Anyway, guys, I want to go before the wife kills me. Have a great 24 hours. See you less than 24 hours. See you tomorrow night, usual time, right here. Are you all joining me tomorrow?
I believe so.
Excellent. See you all tomorrow.
Should be.
Have yourselves a wonderful Friday. And without further ado, it's time to say night-night, kids.